Eventually there comes a point past reviewing games like As Divine Hearts, Pokken Tournament DX, Atelier, and replaying Doom, and I just want to buy a word search book, sit down, and solve simple, casual puzzles without thinking too much. But I can't really talk about that because this is a handheld video game channel, so let's talk about the new word search game out for handhelds. Here is my review of Word Search by Powgi for the Nintendo Switch. By gameplay, Word Search by Powgi is, well, a word search game. As you play through the game, you solve word search puzzles, be it by yourself or by using co-op multiplayer. There's really no sense of progression. All of the puzzles are unlocked from the get-go. You can just go through the categories and choose whichever you want to do. Now, if any of you out there have never done a word search before, the basic premise is you've got this big grid of scrambled letters in a list of words. All of the words are somewhere in the puzzle in a line, be it horizontal, vertical, or angled. And the goal is to find and highlight all of the words to solve the puzzle. Now, when I started playing this game to review, I had two basic goals. I wanted to see all of the different features of the game outside of just word searches, and I wanted to see the content and price between this game and buying an actual word search book at the local store. Now, as far as features and game modes go, you go through your basic word searches, but as I said earlier, it's a single player or co-op game. Whether you're still choosing a puzzle or in the middle of one, you can hit that connect button to seamlessly add new controllers so you can do couch co-op with a friend or family member. You can also go back to the main menu to do online co-op multiplayer to solve the puzzles faster or just get help on a puzzle you're stuck on. And this multiplayer is cooperative exclusive. There's really no competitiveness here. When you do a multiplayer game, both players are trying to solve this puzzle together. And on to the second goal, which was content. I work at a Kroger store, so it was really easy to find an example of how much content you would get if you bought a word search book. So I went to the magazine section of the store I work at, found a word search book. It was $4.99 and offered 160 puzzles. This game on the eShop is $7.99 for 324 puzzles. So calculating price versus content, on a $7.99 price ratio, those word search books would give you around 256 puzzles. And this also translates into the game's length. When I was going through solving puzzles, most of them I solved in around 5 minutes. Now there are a few that I solved in 3 minutes and a few that I didn't solve until I'd been playing for about 15 minutes. But on average, it took me about 5 minutes to solve each puzzle. Completing all of them would give you an average of 26 to 27 hours of gameplay, which is a lot for that $7.99 price tag. Now I'm going to mention controls, which, as you know, whenever I mention the controls section, I normally have something to nitpick with it. Many times when I booted up the game, it didn't recognize my controller, be it my Joy-Cons or Pro Controller, and I couldn't do anything as far as inputs were concerned outside of going back to the main menu of the Switch's operating system. I would then have to go into settings, repair the controller, go back into the game, and then it would work. And this isn't just with wireless controllers. It's happened in handheld mode. It's not a giant problem, but it's a problem. I don't really have anything to say about presentation. There aren't really any graphics involved. All of the puzzles are very neatly designed. There aren't any performance issues. So let's go right on to battery life. Being such a simple looking game, based off of a simple looking puzzle, you can expect a lot of battery life. Here are my battery times, from 100% to 0%. Maximum brightness with the Wi-Fi on, 4 hours and 48 minutes. Maximum brightness with the Wi-Fi off, 5 hours and 13 minutes. Lower brightness with the Wi-Fi on, 6 hours and 30 minutes. Lower brightness with the Wi-Fi off, 6 hours and 54 minutes. So you're going to get about 5 to 7 hours out of this game, which will net you a lot of those puzzles. Now, in conclusion, Word Search is a fun little puzzle game for those times when you just want to sit down and solve a casual puzzle without thinking too much. With tons of content plus the ability to do seamless couch co-op, there's really not much bad I can say about this game. If you like word searches, you should definitely grab it. Reviews to Go rates Word Search for the Nintendo Switch a 9.5 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below or head to the website at www.reviewstogo.com.